Tirelessly on your plan to let the world know what you don't care for, and only assholes would dare disagree. One day you gave my content a click, decided you hated me, jumped on my dick, and now you ride me like a roller coaster. Please stop bullying me, I'm too fragile to read these mean things. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. Yeah. Thanks for pointing out that I gained some weight. I hate to disappoint you, but I already lie awake at night and wonder why I suck in life. I swear I'm fine, I'm dead inside. Call me shit, but nothing compares to the voice in my head that has always lived there. Get in line, you fool, it's nothing new. I'm just a tool like you that hates me too. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. You fucked me up, you fucked me up, you fucked me up beyond repair, and I will never be the same again. Yeah. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Boku no mirai wa dare ni mo wakaru.
Good morning. Did you guys think I'd forgotten about you? Did you guys think I'd forgotten how to go live and to stream? We're going to get into all that. What's going on, what's happening, and so forth and so on. But first of all, thank you all for tuning in this morning. I appreciate it. And my nose is itchy this morning. That means somebody is talking about me. Good. About fucking time. Yeah, well, we're going to get into that and why I have been AWOL, I guess, for the lack of a better word. So let's just get into it, right? Gifted 5 membership.
I need a dick
Peach.
now.
Okay. Pigeon Salad,
I
thank
need a
you so
deck
much.
now.
It's very kind of you. I appreciate that.
I need a deck now.
Let's see who all got them here.
I need a deck now.
Iron Duck got a membership. John Bon Zombie got a membership.
I need a
Ellis
deck
Assassin, Drew Zoo, and Rachel Pepperoni. Wow, cool deal. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good morning, buddy. Good morning. Let's see who all we got in stream this morning. NimH, Jada with a Y, Calypso Phantasmoria, Zach, Bethann Polinsky, or Pinkalatsky, Ellis Assassin, Clara B, John Bon Zombie, Bomb Bomb, Twill Median, Voltage Mike, Xylee. Am I missing anybody? Probably am, and I will apologize. Thank you guys. Oh, and that reminds me, it is a new. It is. Let's see. Can I do this without? I'll try to do this without getting crazy here. Let's see. Your channel. Go here. Shut that up. I believe. Yep. I guess so. We're going to get rid of. Go ahead and just get rid of the 10. There you go. So who Buddy Button was gifted a membership.
I need a deck now.
Morba Melly.
I need a deck now.
Chick, New York, not your typical mom. Nuclear Winter.
I need a deck now.
Is that it?
I need a deck now.
And I can get 5 more. Let's get them.
I need a deck now.
Here we go.
I
So Mad
like
Mex,
beer.
Manic, Myra Cassandra.
I need a deck now.
Zada gets based. Cocoa Bean 4892.
I need a deck now.
Is that it? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4?
I need a
5?
deck now.
There you go. Oh boy, we got
I
an
need a
exception
deck
going
now.
there, don't we? Yeah. Okay, let me get that off there. All
I
right.
need a deck now.
Everybody needs a little dick this morning, looks like.
I like beer.
Hadn't got memberships. No, that's YouTube, man. That's
I
YouTube.
like beer.
YouTube back in December rolled out a
I like
test thing
beer.
where are you done, Bobby? Thank you. They rolled out a thing where certain channels are like, and I guess mine was luckily selected, and it allows me once a month to gift out 10 channel memberships. So there you go. Thank you, YouTube, for that. So appreciate that. Anyway, so it's so ridiculous that you have to allow gifted. Yeah, I I know that's kind of weird, right? And I really hope that one of these days that YouTube gets it to where when you are gifting memberships, you can designate who you would like to receive it if possible. I think that would be cool. So anyway, coffee. Oh, you mean my survival juice? Exactly, my survival juice. That's exactly what it is. So I've got some. The title of the stream is "Chew the Fat." So I've got some good positive things that I want to talk about, but then I got some things that I'm going to, I guess, get off my chest, for lack of a better word. You can't get gifted. Why can't you get gifted memberships, Sally? Do you have a brand account? Did you create your account as a brand account? Because I think if you did, I believe you can reach out to Team YouTube. Because I remember Repsion had that issue, and Team YouTube was able to go in and do something to fix it to where people could gift memberships on his channel. So anyway, yeah, on Twitch, 100% on Twitch, you can designate who gets your gifted memberships. Yeah. So yeah, Zali, Tommy's in the middle of it right now with YouTube on Twitter. if your channel was a branded channel account, if that's why you created it, they can go in and do something to fix that to where people can gift memberships. You just have to reach out to them. And unfortunately, I think the only mechanism we have these days to really get a hold of possibly they've done is unfortunately through Twitter, which is, I don't understand why we have to go to a second social media platform to contact and be able to get things done on this platform. Why they don't have an avenue for us as creators or whatever they want to label us, um, to be able to contact. That's just anyway. Another rant for another day. I have enough to rant about today. I want to talk about some positive stuff though. I want to talk about some positive stuff before I start ranting before I get all riled up. So Badwick. Now Badwick he is a very unique individual. Uh Putting his affinity for ketchup to the side. He streams on Twitch. He streams on Kick. On Kick, he does a Sunday night show called Turd Island, where he allows people to come in and have a airing of the grievances, the voice their opinions. Some people call it spurgs, whatever term you want to label them, fine. I don't care. But anyway, people go in there and they uh, get things off their chest. He gives them a platform. He has a fairly good viewership over there. Um, Most times, I do occasionally tune in until it just gets so I just can't. That's one way I can put it. I just can't anymore. I have around 100 viewers and stuff, and yeah, once there's been a couple of times I've called in and because there was something going on that was I was involved with directly or indirectly or whatever. But irrespective, that's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about Badwick. Badwick has started a new project on his YouTube channel called the BDN, the Badwick Drama News. He's putting out these little videos that are about 10 minutes or so in length. It is a throwback, I guess, kind of to the old Drama Alert days. You remember when Drama Alert actually made content? Keemstar, all that. He does boxing now, whatever. But back in the day, Keemstar, his bread and butter, where he was Drama Alert. That's kind of where he got his notoriety. It's where he rose to fame, so on and so forth. Now, the first couple of videos that Badwick put out were a little bit rusty. We'll put it that way. They were a little bit unrefined, but every video is getting better. His deliverance is getting better. His production quality is getting better. As you would expect it to do. He's becoming more comfortable with doing this type of format, telling these type of stories. I'm enjoying them. I've watched all of them except for the last one that he just put out about says 10 hours ago, where it's talking about Aiden Ross. Community turns on him. Twitch changes terms of service yet again, and Carlos Henrich was found deceased. I honestly, and that was kind of what I was hoping that Shockmouth, Mitch was going to do. He was putting out the little Shockmouth news things, and they were like little 10-minute sound bites, and I enjoyed them. And then life got whatever it got for him, and he quit doing them. And anyway, I always found it kind of funny though. Shockmouth was able, Mitch was able to get on and do those little 10-minute blurbs or whatever. And yet whenever he does like now recording and stuff though, he'd never know anything that was going on. So it was always kind of amazing to me how he was able to do those little news stories. Like he knew all that stuff, but he didn't know what's ever going on now recording. That always seemed a little bit confusing to me, but whatever. Anyway, Badwick is, I think, doing a really good job. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see this void being filled by somebody that's able to do it. And like I say, I think if Badwick can find the time to be committed to doing this and putting these out, I don't know if he can do it every day. But if he can do it every day, I think he will be rewarded. I think the algorithms will pick it up, and I think he's getting some okay views. I mean, 134, 146, 700 on the Playboy model one, which was very interesting. When I don't know if the Playboy model is what got it or if the Pokimane. I don't know. Um, but anyway, and then like I say, so anyway, it's starting. Let's see how many. Just out of curiosity, he's got 760 subs on that channel, right? So since this was a pre thing, so he's probably going to get to like 1,000 subs before he can look at being monetized. So just out of the, if you perchance are not sub to Badwick, um, there you go. Give Badwick a sub, and check out, and like I say, check out his Badwick news bits or segments that he's doing. They're really really good. The next one I wanna hype up a little bit is Still Connected. Now this is a project that was started by Toxic Piplup, and so Toxic Piplup has brought together different people within the community. Right, we got like the Law Gals, which is uh, Pizzle and Leia something, and oh God, she's gonna yell at me now. Liana Taylor, or Tiana Layler, or whatever it is. She changes her name. But anyway, they've got a little thing that they're doing. The Nerd and the Huck, which is a little thing that Nerdy John and K Huck is doing. And then you've got the Cry About It podcast, which is a Pizzle and Matt Pitt thing that they're doing. The No Name podcast, which I think I'm gonna get in trouble here because I always forget this. It's Squatchin, and it's is it who is it
Welcome
here?
to the No Name Pod.
Empress, yeah, Empress K. I thought it was Empress K, but I was anyway. So they talk about all things Canadian, right? And first of all, guys, do not judge that podcast based solely upon Badwick and his affinity for ketchup. This is not actually just not too terribly bad. They're talking about different things that things that actually good things about Canada, because Canada is a lovely country. I've been there a couple of times. It's really I've got some very dear friends of mine that live in Canada. Um, so it's a really good, it's a really cool thing. Um, but anyway, so um, uh, so but anyway, this is just kind of a collaborative thing that's going on. Um, and if you haven't checked out this channel, let me just get the link here too for that one. Uh, needs a wrestling podcast. Well, you know what, Zach? If it does, and if you think there are some good things about Canada. There really are. The people up there are actually kind of good people. I like them. Even Badwick and his craziness about the damn ketchup. But where was that? Oh yeah, Zach. If you think that needs a wrestling podcast, dude, get somebody that has an affinity. If you have an affinity for wrestling, um, get somebody else, and it's and get it going, dude. It's not. It's. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how hard it is to make a podcast. All you need these days is a device of some kind, preferably a computer with a microphone, and you can get you a little Blue Yeti or a Snowball or something like that for $50 or $60. Or not that expensive, a USB mic, a headphone, and a Discord that works. That's it. That is it, right? And you can buy one of those refurbished computers off of Amazon for like $200 or $300, and it will do everything you want to do. You start your podcast, boom. A podcast doesn't have to be a video formatted podcast, right? A podcast can just be audio and a still picture. Look at Now Recording. That's what they do. Now Recording doesn't show their faces. They put on a podcast. They do a show, right? And it's strictly audio, right? It's just a matter of you've got to be passionate about what it is you're talking about. You have to have enthusiasm of it, because if you're faking it, people will know, and they just won't have anything to do with it. And just continue doing it and continue doing it. And you're not necessarily going to have like a lot of people when you first start watching it. That's just, you have to put your time in and keep doing it. It might take a year, 2 years, whatever. But in a collaborative environment like you have over there, um, you know, um, you could kind of springboard a little bit off of some of the others, and you might get somewhere. So anyway, that would be my advice on that. Just what is it? Get your Rudy Pooty candy ass and start doing it, man. That's all I can tell you. Just get up there and do it, right? Now, let's talk about where I've been or haven't been, which I haven't been here and I haven't been streaming. And why haven't I been streaming? Well, I've been processing. And maybe, the old jokes, I'm old and so my brain's old, so it takes me longer to process. And there's probably some truth to that. Or maybe I just like to take my time and, really go through things and work, kind of things out. I still enjoy doing this show with you guys every morning. But recently, and when I'll say recently, I'll talk probably within the last week or two of December, when I was still making shows, and even that one where I came back and did the first of the year where I came back and did that stream. My heart wasn't into the topics and stuff that I was talking about. I just didn't care, right? I just absolutely positively didn't care. And I'm fairly certain that you guys probably could sense that as well, right? Because it's like I was telling Zach, it doesn't matter what you do, you just got to have passion about it. And if you don't have passion about it, and if you just don't care, then you know nobody's going to care either, right? You have to convey that passion. You have to convey that to them, right? To your audience, to your viewership, right? You have and because your passion will become infectious, right? If you're really truly passionate about a project. And I just haven't been passionate about the stuff because honestly and truthfully, and I just kind of came to this conclusion. It's like, when we were talking about that latest video, the CoffeeZilla, who typically breaks, stories and stuff that deals with people doing with financial misdeeds, or, you call it fraud, you call it whatever, right? And so, I had watched some of the video. I had kind of whatever, and it was my fault. I should have spent more time fully going through the video. And then it winds up being the same old thing where it wasn't enough that the person was financially uh irresponsible and was not living up to his contractual obligations with the people that he'd went into business with. But then it turns out that allegedly, according to different people now, uh, that he's also has been potentially, um, you know, abusive to people, physically, sexually, and so forth, right? Um, and I'm just sick and tired of that stuff. And I'm thinking, i- is that all there is? Is that all there is to talk about? Is degeneracy and deviancy? It seems like that's all that the whole year of 2023 was. It seems like that's all that we talked about was these allegations about degeneracy, or that allegations about degeneracy, or did this person groom this person, or did this person um, assault that person? And that seems like that's all that was talked about for an entire year. And I was like, and so I've been questioning. I'm like, if that's all that commentary is anymore, if that's truly what everybody is after and seeking, because I see these people and they make these videos, and when they talking about these allegations and this degeneracy and all this other stuff, and I'm like, and I see, you know, the, I don't like watching looking at numbers, but you have to look at numbers to a certain degree to kind of see, okay, is what you're doing working or is it not working? Right? I mean, that's really what you kind of have to see and look at. And I'm like, and I see these other guys, they're talking about all this nonsense and this crap and this garbage, and they're having huge numbers. And I'm like, so is that really what, quote, the community wants to watch and listen to? And if it is, I guess that's fine. But this old man, I don't want to be a part of that shit. Good morning, Zolly.
Good morning. I want to let you know I feel you 1000%.
I am up past my eyebrows. And so over the Christmas break, my youngest son came in to visit, which I dearly love my family and my sons and everybody. And I've always been very above board about all this. And I think to a certain point, a little bit, he was kind of just busting my hump a little bit. But he said, "Why are you so?" He said, "Here lately," he said, "Oh, you're just salty. You're just griping and bitching all the time. What's wrong with you?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "What? I'm not like that." And so then I started talking to my inner circle of people that I deal with on
Mhm.
a daily basis, right? I talk to my co-hosts. And they're like, no, no. And some are like, yeah. And they're like, why is this bothering you? Who said this to you? I said, well, that's just not in respect. And I said, it didn't matter, right? And then they kind of realized it was probably a family member, whatever. And that's fine, whatever. And I got to thinking, is there any truth to what my son says? Because just because someone says something that you don't necessarily agree with, and maybe sometimes it actually upsets you, whatever, you got to ask yourself, why do you disagree with it? And why does it upset you? Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been doing. I have been reflecting and going through for a few weeks, trying to process all this. And I've come to the conclusion is in a sense, partly he was right. I have been very just bitter. And I think it has to do with the fact that I just am just so sick and tired of the degeneracy and shit.
No, I think okay. So don't take this wrong,
No,
okay?
well,
But I've noticed that about you. You've been pretty damn grumpy lately, okay?
no doubt.
And but I get it. I get it. Like with me, I'm ready to throw my channel away and start all over.
Yeah.
I'm going through a process in my channel right now where I'm switching up content. So
Yeah.
I'm losing subscribers, I'm losing viewers, but I'm doing something that I like better, and plus I'm trying to redirect my channel, rebuild my channel to do more videos and stuff like that. But you just might be getting burnt out. Because I
Well-
know when I start to get burnt out,
Yeah.
I get bitchy. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a normal human thing.
And
I get real bitchy
Yeah.
when I start to get to burn out. And the funny thing is when I started getting burnt out, that's when I cut my camera back on.
Yeah.
So now they really see it.
Yeah.
They see it all in my face because I'm the type that I can't hide that shit on my face.
Yeah. So, you know, I was like, okay. So I think you're right. I think some of it was, and that was some of the things that others, you know, that, like I said, my inner circle that I deal with on a daily basis. They said, yeah, I think maybe you're you know, because I was sort of thinking, okay, I understand it wasn't every morning. There were a few
Yeah.
mornings here and there that I missed, but from December of 2022 through December of 2023, I was making content like
Yeah.
a madman. And for the most part of that year, I wasn't, not only was I doing my morning streams of a morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was helping Dave do his shows that
Yeah.
we were doing 3 and 4 nights a week.
You were burning a candle from both ends. You
Honey,
really were.
I was, not only had I burnt, but I cut some bitch in half and had those ends going too.
It's
and
true.
Then I was doing clear as mud.
Yep.
And laying my cards on the table, I was the primary material gatherer
Mm-hmm.
for Clear as Mud, for Dave's streams,
Yep.
and doing my morning stuff. Now, where I was lucky on my morning stream is I had an angel that came in and started helping me cultivate some stories and stuff too, which is Purple Paw Prince.
I was about to say purple. Purple.
She was a godsend, and I thank her, and she still helps me today.
I
And
know.
I-
I've been trying to steal her on the back end for a while now from you, and
Uh,
that bitch is she's loyal, and I hate that shit. I've been
Well,
trying to steal her
yeah.
for a year now.
She's she's golden. She is
She's freaking amazing, bro.
She is,
I could
she
be
is.
I could be somewhere random on somebody else's channel talking some shit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's something I remember, and Purple Paw Prince gets in my DMs and gives it to me. I'm like,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. She knows everything, right?
Yeah, she does. She's amazing.
She's 100% amazing. So what I'm saying is this is, guys, I'm not going to promise you a stream every morning. It's just not going to happen anymore. If all I could tell you is that if there's something that is I find deemed worthy to talk about that is not degenerate in nature, if I find it soon enough, I'll put out a thing the night before to let you know I will be going live
Right.
the next morning. Otherwise, tune in to my Twitter every morning to see if I'm going live.
You
I
know,
was-
I think it was burnout for you.
Yeah.
I think it was burnout for you because I think you and I basically burnt out
Yeah.
kind of for the same reason,
Yeah.
except where the workload was more on you because it was 2 shows in your show.
Yeah.
But I think on top of, like, I'm gonna be honest, I put a lot of effort into broadcast. Okay. And between doing broadcast and my show, people, I don't know how you did what you did. Okay. Because I'm getting burnt
Yeah.
out with that. But I know the broadcast has something special, so I
Yeah.
refuse to give up. Okay.
So I'm gonna just tell you what I did with Clear as Mud.
But I think the controversies too did it to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Because I know it did it to me. By
Yeah, I was-
December, I was
yeah.
ready to just bye.
Yeah. Now, so what I did with Clear as Mud was, we brought in some fresh blood,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, it did your show a world of good.
it did because I came to when Banana's still my boy, and I still like Banana, and so don't think I'm gonna shit on him because I'm not. But
and I will not shit on him because he's your friend.
But Banana liked the idea and the concept of a podcast, but he did not. We were not exactly on the same pages about
Right.
things.
Yeah.
He really got early on into it, he really kind of got sick and tired of just covering the drama type stuff. And he wanted to do politics. I'm like, okay, fine, but you understand that politics brings its own headaches. I said,
Yeah.
but I said, if you want to do politics, we can do politics. I said, but you got to go find the stories, because I said, I don't give a rat's ass about politics. And Banana works a full-time job. I worked a full-time job, and he just didn't have the time to go do the stuff. And so since I was the one gathering stories, guess what we continued doing? And he just got sick of it. And I understand that. And so, Banana, and then his job changed. He had more responsibilities. He got a promotion, and he had to step away. So then I brought in some more people, and brought in Seth and Gigi. And then that's when I started realizing that Banana and I were too much alike as far as our delivery. We're very dry, not very.
Yeah, you didn't have anybody to really spice things up.
No. And
I mean,
so,
because your stick is you're the peepaw of the community, you
Yeah.
know. You're
I'm
and there's
old.
nothing wrong with that. We need that, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But you need somebody to spice it up.
Yeah.
Now you have crazy people on, and
Yes.
it works because you do have crazy people. We cannot call these people sane. They're
No.
not sane. None of them.
So, I brought Seth in and Gigi, and then of course eventually we brought in and of course Eva, but then Eva had to because her real life, she got some things that changed, so
Yeah,
had to
she
dip
got
out.
busy.
And so then I always liked, I know people don't like Jessica Pizzo. I love Jessica Pizzo.
Oh, I've
Pi-
always liked Jessica Pizzo. She
Pizzo
gets on
is-
my nerves sometimes, and I
Yes.
want to smack the shit out of her. But I
Yes.
mean, I do like her.
Pizzo has helped me. I know she says her coming back is because of me and D-Max and yada, yada, yada. I want to tell you something. The more time I spend with Pizzo, the more she actually helps me understand a lot of the crap that's going on, because I just don't understand the insanity. But somehow she understands it, and she explains it to me.
I'm just waiting for her to get canceled so I can cover every millisecond of it with a
Good.
blue wig on my second channel.
Go ahead. Can't cover the hell out of it.
Oh, I already told her I'm doing it. I already told her. I
Um,
said I can't wait. I can't wait for somebody to come after you. You get canceled because I'm going to cover every inch of it. She should be thanking me about her channel being revived. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, but I decided that, when you have a podcast, there's a quote de facto leader of the podcast, whether you want it or not. You're looked at as the leadership. Now recording has Matt Pitt, right? The
Yeah.
broadcast has Zolly Gets Real.
I wouldn't say I'm the leader. No. People try to say that about me, but it's like equal rights over there.
Okay, understand something. I understand that it's the same thing at now. It's the same thing at now recording. It's the same thing as Clear as Mud, right? Every one of the people in those podcasts have equal rights, have equal saying, they have equal share, everything, right? But it doesn't matter that we're all equal. When they look at a podcast, they say, okay, this person is the head of that podcast. It's not about what the podcast itself says. It's about the public perception, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
So
I
it
hate
just like people say, I'm the leader of Clear as Mud.
Right.
I'm by de facto the oldest member because I was one of the founders, but and I was like, no, we're all equal. And so anyway. So what I did was I just sat down and I said, okay, here's the deal, guys. I'm sure. So basically, I come up with a calendar, a Google calendar, and I shared it out with all of them, and we have the dates on there. And this date, it's your responsibility to come up with the topics. If you're not going to be able to be there that day or whatever, I said, you reach out to your other team members and you say, hey, I need help. Can I rotate? Can I change? Can I whatever? And it has worked beautifully because it's taken a lot of the load off of me and responsibility of trying to come up with topics and stuff. And guess what? And now we have a lot more diversity. Like I'll tell you right now, the topic that we're talking about tonight, zero. I have zero lore, history. I've been
Ooh.
binge watching videos to get up to what's going to be we're talking about, but this is not an area of the internet that I dip my toes in, and so I'm going to be somewhat knowledgeable about it, but it's going to be a topic that is just not typical for you to see me talking or discussing, and that's okay.
What are y'all talking about?
Tune in and find out.
No, wait, what time are y'all going live?
We go live on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Yeah, that's another thing too. I feel like there's a traffic jam at that time. So I'm thinking about starting to go live earlier.
Yeah. Well, that's the earliest we can go because of time zones
Oh
that we're
no, I
dealing
get
with.
it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it's so but anyway, back to kind of what I was so bottom line is there's not going to be daily morning streams coming out anymore. You may get a week where you have 3 or 4 days because maybe there's a lot of stuff going on I won't talk about, and maybe I'll do it. I will still give you your Saturday morning members only, irrespective of how many. I'm going to go back to doing that. I feel like I owe that to the members, the channel members. I don't know necessarily if we'll talk about any drama or anything like that that's going on. I'm not sure what we'll talk about. But that will be members only, period. No, not just members chat. I'm talking members. If you're not a channel member, you just don't see the stream and you just don't get access to the content. It is a perk that they alone will get. So I'm not trying to incentivize you to become channel members. I'm just telling you that's how that's going to roll from now on. Now I've got a couple of things I talked about. There's some good stuff I talked about. I'm promoting some things I think they're really good going on in the community right now. Now I want to talk about some stuff that I think is really bad that's going on.
Oh.
It's some things that are really kind of sticking in my craw. All right. The first thing I'm going to share my screen just so that Zada can see it current when I'm talking about this. All right. So this first thing that I'm going to talk about, guys, this is not necessarily a bad thing or necessarily sticking in my craw as far as I'm just disappointed. Lolcow Live. Let's talk about this thing for a minute. Now, when this thing was first announced and was first being talked about, I'm not going to say I was the biggest hype person out there. I'm not going to say that I was like the most excited about this, but I was definitely excited about this. I definitely was on board with this, and I was like, yeah, I'm really excited about this. But the more that this thing has went on, it has become, this is my opinion and my opinion alone, this has just become a Keemstar Live 2.0, Keemstar Show 2.0 rather. That's all this has become. Maybe they decided to change what they were doing. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's their channel. It's their show. They do whatever they want to with it. I'm strictly talking as a consumer, as somebody who was looking forward to it, because the way that it was originally, or my understanding of it was we were going to get these 3 guys on there, Tommy, Wings, and Boogie, and they were going to have the detractors on, and they were going to have guests come on, and they were going to, it's going to be like fireworks, right? It was going to be some, back and forth. The detractors, especially, you expect to see that. And other than Mutahar calling in at one time and kind of going at it with Boogie, that's been it. And they haven't done the record. I mean, we were told that the farmers, which were Nicholas and Mutahar, Turkey Tom, they were supposed to be putting out, and there's been 1 episode with them.
Okay, I can clear that one up.
Okay.
They were never going to do it weekly because the farmers aren't getting paid at all. They're not getting paid, and they weren't going to do a weekly show. And Nick literally put it, they weren't doing a weekly show because it would be half baked with another brown guy. That's literally what Nick said. and they're not getting paid at all. Their job is to step in when a controversy pops up, or step in and say, let's just throw out there like Boogie quit. Okay, then one of them steps in and does it until they find somebody else, or they look for someone else to do it, or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Nick said from the very beginning that he wasn't going to do it weekly because they're not getting paid.
Okay. And that's fine. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. It just seems like it's just not. They had the one guy, what was it? What was that guy? He just done a video on wings.
I know who you're talking about, and I always forget his name until I see a video of his.
Was it this guy here? Wings confront with serious allegation. Was this the guy here?
I think it was in that one, actually. I don't remember his name though.
Yeah, let's see. Does it have it on here?
Yeah, that dude.
June the King.
Yeah, June the King. Yeah.
All right. So I watched this episode and I was like, I don't know.
You know what I think it is?
Okay. What is it?
I think you're finding out that Boogie and Wings are actually normal guys. And they're not spurging out. They're not acting like fools. They're actually acting like normal human beings.
Okay, so here's what I will say. I really didn't know a whole lot about Wings to begin with, right? Other than all I'd ever seen was with these little, these little clips and stuff that had been, farmed out there. Him crying and breaking controllers and this, that, whatever else. That's all I knew about him. But now Boogie I've known for a long time. Boogie I've been following since 2014, 2013. Even before I knew, back in the day where he was making the hello guys, it's Francis, my WoW account got hacked, and that kind of stuff, right? That he was doing the whole deal. That's how I found Boogie, and I've been watching him ever since.
Yeah.
So I've never thought that Boogie was just like a complete and total piece of crap. I always thought Boogie was a little bit manipulative at times. And I always felt like that in the South we have this expression of poor mouthing, right? They talk about how poor they are all the time, or this, that, and he really got bad about it about the last 2 to 3 years. Being poor mouthing. And so, like I said, I don't dislike anybody that they've had on there. Even used to be Blades. They had a show they did with him, and then he did a call in, where they were doing a live stream, and I was like, I don't understand I don't understand the attraction to the guy. I don't understand why people find him amusing or entertaining in the slightest bit. I don't. But again, each to his own, right? I'm just saying, as a consumer, I've been disappointed in the episodes, the last 3 or 4 episodes that the show's put out. I'm just like, it just seems like I don't know. Maybe I'm just because I'm burnt out. Maybe it's because I'm just really jaded right now. But to me, it's like, I don't know. It's just not there.
It's definitely not as entertaining as it was before. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be for real with you. I mean, I like Keemstar. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really enjoy their live streams.
No, it's all it is the Keemstar show all over again. It's got different assets, but it's the Keemstar show because it's Keemstar the streaming, and it's Keemstar the strive and everything. That's to me, that's what it's evolved into. And again, that's just my opinion. And people can have a difference of opinion with me, and that's fine. But that's just my opinion. And I'll say this too. If you go back, let me just bring this back up.
Mm-hmm.
The and again, I don't like doing the numbers, but the numbers give you a metric which to measure things. Is all I'm going to say, right?
I like beer.
Chloe Rivas, thanks for becoming a coffee bean. I appreciate that. But if you go back and we look, like the very first one, of course, I understand a lot of hype was around it, whatever, 237,000 views. I get that. Next one was 100,000, 133,000. Then we dropped 87, up back to 127. Of course, they're talking about DSP. They got him in the thumbnail. And then, but if you look, the views have been consistently just kind of waning. Just, they're still good numbers. 50, 60,000 view channel, a video. Hell, I'd love to have a 50, 60,000 view video.
Same.
I'm not. But I'm just saying, if you look analytically and you chart these things, to me, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care for the live streams much.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not like how it was in the beginning. Now, of
No.
course, it wasn't going to have the same hype. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you got Boogie and Wings on. I mean, I don't know. It's weird to explain.
I think if they would bring in, okay, so Wings and Boogie both, and Tommy C to that point, a little bit, have had creators that have made videos critiquing them, exposing them, calling them out, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, why not have those people come in and let them go face to face? Because that's kind of what I understood. Again, maybe it was my misunderstanding. If it is, then I'll own it. But that's kind of what I understood that was supposed to kind of be happening.
Yeah.
Or am I misremembering what was being marketed it as?
No, I don't think you're misremembering. I thought the same thing. So I don't know why
Yeah.
they're not doing that? Question mark.
I mean, I'm not. I don't want this to come across as me shitting on the show or shitting on any of the guys. I'm not. That's not what I'm just saying. As somebody who consumes and stuff, because I'm still a consumer. I still consume stuff. I still consider myself a viewer. I just have a little bit of a platform. That's it. A tiny little platform over here. And I'm saying, as a consumer, it's just not doing it for me anymore. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, so I don't know.
I get you. You're not crazy. You're not crazy.
They can take it to wherever they want. I mean, it's their, like, again, like I said, it's their whatever. And maybe people are liking it, and maybe they're content with the way. I don't know. I'm just saying, to me, and here's the thing, and you know this, I don't like blood sports. I hate blood sports. But I don't think there's anything wrong if somebody has a disagreement or whatever, right? And as much as they hyped it around, then bring these people on and explain to them, or try to reason with them or whatever, if it's possible. And probably in all actuality, it's not, right? Because I'm sure they have a hate boner on these guys or whatever, but prove to them, just like I saw some of the Twitter people going after Boogie because of the age of his girlfriend.
Oh, they're going to get on him the whole time he's with her. They still get on Keemstar about his.
But here was the hypocrisy of all this, right? Was this person was sitting there chastising Boogie about it, right? Telling him, "Hey, be careful. Was it that year long ago? She was a teenager." And then they showed it was just a few days before that, the same person was sitting there talking about, people, again, under a Boogie tweet, talk about people focusing on the people's relationships on as so I'm like, dude, you were just talking and getting on to people who were fixating on Boogie and this girl's relationship, and then you turn around doing the same damn thing. They're idiots. They're absolute idiots. The woman is a grown ass woman, right? She's an
Yeah.
adult. If she wants to be with Boogie, then why do you care? What? You're not her daddy. You're not her family. You're not paying her bills. Why do you care? I don't.
They still do it with Keemstar. They
Why?
still do it with him.
Why?
Because it's the internet and people are nosy.
Okay, fine, I get that or whatever.
I mean,
guess,
honestly, that's what it boils down to. It's the internet and people are
Yeah.
nosy as hell. And
Yeah.
they think, and it's a bunch of keyboard warriors who think they can tell you
Yeah.
how you're supposed to live your life and do things.
I guess. Well, I'm not. I can't say a whole lot because I mean, isn't that what I do? I said.
I mean,
here,
yeah, it's what I do too.
I mean, I said here, and I say, yeah, whatever. But I don't know. I would like to think. I would like to think that I'm not sitting there saying, do I see why a 20-something-year-old girl and a 50-something-year-old man could have a relationship? No, I don't see that. In my mind, I can't rationalize that. There's worlds apart. There's too much life experiences there, right? Worlds and worlds apart. But then you also have to remember something. Boogie doesn't act like a 50-year-old man. He just doesn't. He still acts like a kid most of the time. And and I'm not talking about, I'm just saying this, a 50-year-old man would be responsible, and a 50-year-old man would have taken care of business and would have made sure, like, for example, his house was paid for and all this other kind of stuff. He was been financially irresponsible. A 50-year-old man doesn't do that kind of shit, right? They just don't. They take care of business. They make sure that they're taken care of. But, yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I'm the type, once I hear a legal age, I ain't in it no more.
No,
I do not care.
I don't give a shit. All right. So this next thing, this one here, I don't understand either. I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh,
Austin.
oh God.
All
Oh
right.
God.
Yeah. So here's what I don't understand. Okay. So Nicholas DiOrio hasn't made any content really. I think he may have called into a Bo Black show here once or twice. Called in on Dead on Dave's show this last year once or whatever, a few times, whatever it was. But he really hadn't done nothing. All right. So he got sick, and I hate that he got sick, and I hope he's feeling better. But then he decides to do a stream, and in this stream, he talks about this stream where Edwin came back and did a New Year's stream. I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Nobody watched it.
Nobody
so
watched
we
it.
wouldn't know.
Who
Yeah.
gives a shit? I guess the people like Edwin watched it. And
Yeah.
Good for Edwin and good for his community. And you do you, boo.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He's doing his thing. I'm
Okay.
over here doing mine. That's with everybody
Yeah,
else. You know?
Exactly, right? I moved on. Man, water on the bridge, people. Let shit go. So Nick is he's playing Fortnite and he's doing his little stream or whatever. And he talks about Edwin again. Now, here's what I don't understand. Let me just play this little clip here anyway.
So apparently I'm in the doghouse for not streaming with Edwin because damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
okay, this I don't understand. Now, I went and was going to try to look at the transcript of this, but this is a members only stream, so I don't have access because I'm not giving Edwin any money. So I don't know. And maybe someone in chat, maybe you guys are fans of Edwin. Maybe you caught this. I don't know. Did Edwin talk about Nick not doing anything with him in this stream? I don't know. I haven't seen Edwin tweeting about it. Was there conversations going on in behind the scene? It was just him asking for donos. I don't understand what that means, Skip. Not that I remember.
That
No, okay.
he was asking for donos like money.
Edwin was.
According to people who watched it that told me about it,
Okay.
he did say something about he wanted Nick up there, and Nick said no because he was sick.
Okay. So.
Nick also said it on Now Recordings live stream.
Oh, did he?
Nick came on Now Recordings live stream later that night and said something about he's not going on people's shows who ask him. Right? He's not doing that. And then he said in his other live stream that he's basically worried about his own thing. And if things happen naturally that he wants to call into something, he will, but he's just not doing like scheduled, hey, I'm going on this person's stream type thing.
And you know what? I'm cool with that. That's fine. Yeah, I have no problems with that. Okay,
absolutely.
So that explains a little bit there, because I didn't watch Edwin's stream. I caught very little of Now Recording. I didn't stay up New Year's Eve and do the ha-ho, rah-rah-rah, yeah, New Year's shit. I'm old. I went to bed. So that explains a little bit that. I did not know that, so that explains a little bit there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But what I didn't understand, what was going on?
I need to just point this out. Let's see what Aiko has to say. All right. I'll try to maybe cut this in post so we can actually get to the point a little faster, because she's really slow.
Have Nick speak for himself.
Edwin came back. Oh, time out. So, Edwin came back yesterday. And I guess the stream must have gone well. You easily fuck. Oh, thank you. Edwin came. I guess the stream must have gone well because I have not heard anything about it. And in comparison to the previous New Year's stream, that's probably the best case scenario for him. I don't know how many viewers it had. I don't know what we talked about. I don't know what was going on there.
Literally, I'll let you finish, and I'm sure I'll probably include this in my video just for the memes.
I'll let you finish, but I'm just gonna stop you right there, insinuate something pretty hard, and get instantly proven wrong. Okay, got it.
But literally throughout.
So, I guess the thing is this. So Nick says, I'm not really sure why Aiko seems content with just getting on stream and lying about me. Well, it's Aiko. I mean, newsflash. Both her Tyler and Sebek claims I cut out my responses to Edwin as they were some massive cover-up. And he's saying it's not. Then he posts, he shows this, and she says, okay, I'll correct it, so on and so forth. Fine, whatever. Good. Awesome. But then he comes over here on his private one and says, just a heads up, Edwin drama may flare for one more time, but then it's probably Joe for good on my end. So I'm like, why? Why are we doing this again? Why? I don't understand this. I don't understand. That's what I was talking about. Can we not just...
It's Aiko.
But okay, but
Aiko said when Edwin comes back, she's going after everybody. Here's my thing. I'm not engaging in the fight. Listen, and here's my thing. I said what I said last year. I did what I did last year. I divvied out apologies to who needed the apologies last year, and I am moving on with my life.
See, and that's just it. That's what I'm saying. I got so upset, and we had an entire year.
Oh God.
An entire year of all that. And I was content. I'd hoped we could just, not. And now, here it is, January. Hell, we ain't even made to the first week of the 2024. And all that shit is being regurgitated once again. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If Nick has no intentions of collabing with Edwin, fine. He probably should have been a little bit more succinct and clear about it when they had their little string back last year and made it crystal clear. So there'd been no room for interpretations otherwise.
He's mad about the group chats, people.
Who is?
He's
Edwin?
mad about the group chat. No, Aiko.
Why? Is she mad at? Okay. I don't
Because they
even know.
talked about Babs in it.
Oh my God, I don't.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. The face you're making with your hand over your face is exactly what I'm doing about it.
Did she not? When I say she, I'm referring to Aiko. Did she not come at people and tell them to quit talking about her being Babs, because Babs wanted to move on with her life? Did I not hear that? Was that not the discourse that was going? See, this is what I'm talking about, people. I'm tired of all this bullshit.
I am too.
Nicholas is a very articulate young man. He's very well spoken. Some people even look at him as the arbiter of optics, right? And he has a good working knowledge of most of the stuff that goes on out there in the intranet. Why he could not have been more succinct and clear with Edwin and saying, "Listen, Edwin, I'm not going to. We're not going to be friends. I'm not going to collab with you." And I understand Edwin's point of view too, right? Because if Edwin gets Nick to collab with him, right, then, quote, that's his way back in, right? Because in Edwin's minds, he's canceled right now, right? He thinks everything's been taken away from him. No.
I think you're looking at this kind of wrong, because
Okay.
this isn't about Nick collabing with Edwin. This is about Aiko taking what Nick said on that live stream. You need to listen to that whole clip, because that's about Aiko saying that Nick hid stuff from his live stream, in which he didn't. He just cut out. He says it on the thread that he just cut out
copyrighted music, and he cut out some dead space to make it a little bit more palatable. I read all. I get all that, right?
Yeah.
And I understand. Okay,
This is her looking for an excuse to come after people.
Does she need an excuse?
Yes, she does.
Why?
Because in her brain, she is the social justice warrior of YouTube.
Look.
Yes.
Aiko, if you want to go after him, go after him. That's all I can tell you. I am not a real big proponent or fan of Edwin. I think I've been perfectly clear about that. I don't hate the man, but I'm not in his camp either, right? To me, Edwin can go do whatever he wants to do. He can make whatever content he wants to go make. I don't care. I'm not one of his consumers, so it doesn't matter to me, right? It doesn't. You want to go after Nick? Go after Nick. You want to go after Edwin? Go after Edwin. You want to come after me? Come after me. I don't understand. If you've got an axe that you want, then go do it. If your fans, if your supporters will watch you do it, then do it. I don't know what else. I don't.
Look what Quella wrote. Lyrics leaked a DM showing Nick admitting to defending Edwin, and that set her off because she had been DMing him for months about the minors Edwin used to personally message to advertise himself.
So I have a question. When Quilla, when you're sitting there saying the minors that Edwin used to personally message to advertise himself, are you talking about that video that Colton made? Is that what we're referring to there? Because that video was bullshit. And we covered that on Clear as Mud. And then I addressed it later on because Colton evidently took an issue with the way I handled it. Yet he called into the stream and we had, and had a conversation with him on Clear as Mud about the thing. Is that what we're talking about here? Or is it has something else happened that that
I
I'm
know
not-
she's mad about those leaks. I know she's mad about the group chat leaks. Um, and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
Colton's jokes and presentation were bullshit. Yes, I don't disagree with you, but I'll tell you something else. And here's the thing: this is what I constantly say all the time, right? And I'll stay even with this with Edwin's deal. What Edwin did back then in that window of time, everybody did. Does it make it right? No. But you're looking at it through the eyes of 2023 at that time. Now we're at 2024. You're looking at them with different eyes and people have different mindset sets and different perspectives. Does it make it right? No. Did what he did from what was presented, I didn't see anything that was inappropriate. There was no smoking gun. There was nothing that you could lay at his feet. Was it questionable? Yes. But again,
I mean, I think it was inappropriate, but
it was
a lot of
inappropriate as hell. Yes.
yeah, yes. But if you go back, you're gonna take down every single YouTuber back then.
Exactly. I agree. He didn't do anything illegal, but it was unethical. I
Yes.
agree with you, Quilla. I 100% agree with you. But guess what? Here's the deal. When you say it's unethical, that's based upon your morals and my morals. And right now, guess what? Your morals and my morals align. But somebody else's morals, they may not align to that because their morals may be strictly what is legal and not illegal. And that may be their morals. And so they look, say, nothing wrong here. He didn't do nothing wrong. So all I'm saying is this is we have a real bad habit in society today to look back through time, and we want to judge people and what they did under today's standards. And I'm going to tell you something. Nobody throughout history, and I'm not just talking about Edwin, I'm talking about anybody, go past, I'm talking about historical figures even. Nobody will stand up to the scrutiny and standards that exist today. Nobody. Not one person.
I still stand by my Colleen Ballinger take.
Well,
Just saying.
that's fine. But here's the thing. So now we've got Iko firing back up. We've got drama potentially between Nick and Edwin firing back. And I'm just like,
I don't think drama between Edwin and Nick is gonna fire up. I don't think that's gonna happen.
well, Nick says, just a heads up, Edwin drama may flare up one more time, but then it's probably Jover for me on my end. So
Yeah, he's talking about not between him and Edwin, Iko. He's talking about Iko.
but he goes on to say, though, he said, clearly my two anchors, Edwin and Iko, will continue to try to force me into talk about this drama forever. Clearly, I just can't ignore Edwin forever or throw a punch of lame excuses. So I wrote up
Right.
an explanation. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So even Nick acknowledges that maybe he was trying to be nice and not just be blunt when he had that conversation with Edwin. Maybe that was it. Whatever, being charitable, graceful, whatever, possible, whatever. But it seems obvious that it didn't resonate. If in fact, because like I said, I didn't listen to the stream, so based upon what people are saying here, evidently Edwin didn't get clued in. And so it's gonna have to be like, a sledgehammer to the side of the head to get I'm not making content. I'm not calling in. I'm done. I'm severing. It's, whatever. You go
Well, yeah,
do
because
you.
he even talked about a show that Turkey Tom wanted to do with him, and he's not doing it.
Yeah.
He's talking like anybody.
And that's fine. And if that's what he wants to do, that's 100% his choice. I'm just saying in the situation, evidently, if Edwin was still under the impression and Nick is saying no, then evidently somewhere the message that was sent was not received. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he told him no because he was sick with COVID.
Yeah. So does that mean he might possibly make content with? And if he, guess what?
He's already said he's not making content with anyone. He's trying to do his own thing. He's trying to buy a pinball machine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that's fine. That's what I'm saying. If yeah, I'll move on. But all right. So this last thing that's kind of, I don't understand why this is still going on. Why are we still going in on Tipster?
Because tips are still doing stupid shit.
Okay, so like what? Maybe I've missed something. What stupid shit has he done?
I don't know. Just stupid shit. Like going on the H3 thing was kind of dumb, I think.
Why was I don't understand. Well, see, we're going to disagree there because I don't think it was dumb. I didn't think.
Oh, I know. I seen it.
I honestly, I do. I mean, I think if one wants to call it hypocritical, okay, I think you're fine with that because Lord knows he's done enough where he called out, Ethan in the past about stuff, right? If you want to call it a little bit clout grabby, I'll even go okay with that too, right? Because it does sound a little bit pandering, right?
It was pathetic.
Possibly, yeah.
No, not possibly. He went
Well,
on there as a joke.
Well,
He
yeah,
went on there not as a meme, but not in a good way. But he was a joke.
so you think he went on there to just make fun of himself?
I
Or
don't.
do you-
Yeah, I think he went on there to say, "Hey guys, I can take a joke."
And you don't think he can?
I know he can't.
Okay.
Anybody's ever seen his Twitter should know he can't.
Well, I guess where I'm at is I don't understand why people like Bo Black's making all those streams. I don't understand that. Calling them the tipster bully streams, like stream after stream after stream after stream.
Because that's just Bo Black's doing Bo Black things.
Well, I guess, but to me it just seems, I don't know. I don't know. Is that? I don't know. I guess that's kind of what my point is are they doing it just for having something to do because there's nothing else out there to talk about? So they're just content farming? Is that what it is? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe I'm just firing up a stream and just streaming.
Yeah, well.
I know Bo Black. I don't think Bo Black does them as much as he used to. I know he did them for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
For some reason, YouTube hates me when Bo Blacks goes live because I never get a notification. And I know I'm subscribed with a bell on.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm a mod in this chat.
Yeah.
And I never get notifications when he's
I don't
live.
I don't get notifications for a lot of things that I know that I'm sub to and all notifications for everything. I don't know. That's just that's just YouTube. So it's broken. I don't know what else.
Yeah.
But again, again, people can do whatever they want to do. I don't, to me, I just think.
Yeah, exactly. People can do whatever they want to do. Listen, I could say the same thing about the whole Abby thing or the Van Luke thing.
Sure.
I could say the same thing about Leah and Jessica, especially
Yep.
Jessica.
Yep.
Video after video after video
Yep.
after video, and every time she talked about Van Luke, what happened? Van Luke got activated.
Yep.
I could say the same thing about Jessica, but I'm not.
I don't know. Maybe I have a
Because it's her
different-
content. She can do what
Sure.
she wants.
Sure, 100%. I guess maybe I just have a different mindset about things. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Like
Uh,
mindset, like what do you mean? Like leave things alone, or
No,
like
no,
I
no, no,
seriously
no,
don't
no.
understand what you mean.
Okay, so if someone does something or whatever that is, All right. So if I have issues with someone, yeah, I'd make a video, or whatever, or do a live stream or whatever. And then if they whatever, and I may come back and try to clarify any whatever they said, or back. But then after that, I just don't. If they want to continue on, that's fine. I don't understand the constant back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because at some point, I think you kind of have to come to the understanding realization that there's going to be you're reaching an impasse. You're not going to change their views. They're definitely, they're obviously not going to change your views or
Right.
opinions about things. So other than just, to me, again, this is just me, my personal feelings. I just don't, why continue going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. To me, I think that is not healthy for you as a person,
Hmm.
psychologically, emotionally, or anything else. Just to continuously have that anguish and strife and and anger in your life. I don't understand why. I have no problems with calling people out when they do bullshit things. I've done
Right.
it, and I have no problems calling me out if I do something that's out of pocket,
Yeah.
or if I get something wrong. I expect as much. And depending on whether or not if I think, your call out was what, depends on how I handle it. Sometimes I knee jerk and I respond. I don't react. I respond. Or rather I react and I don't respond. I just knee jerk reaction and I don't process it and I don't allow it to, to percolate through whatever. And then, look at it in a more reasonable light. I'm guilty of that myself.
Hmm.
But like I'm saying, like I don't, and like I've had I told Jessica, this constant, and she's like, well, yeah, but I'm gonna milk it, and I was like, "But you know what, milk it then, do your thing." But
But
even
people, you got to understand that's what this community does. They milk shit. This community is always milk shit.
no, no,
No.
at one time we didn't. They do now. I agree with you now. They do
Yeah, that's what
now.
I'm talking about. That's what they do. That's what this community does. They milk shit. That's
Well,
exactly what they do.
yeah. All I can tell you is that's not what I'm going to do. That's
Yeah,
all
and
I can
that's
tell you.
absolutely fine. But you know what? It's your content. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't you think I got tired of seeing my face on thumbnails?
I don't know. I thought you had a pretty face.
No,
Now, some of them weren't
well,
very
yeah,
flattering.
because it was drawn very beautifully. Because last year I wasn't on camera.
Some of the screenshots people had wasn't very flattering of you. I will say that.
Yeah, but don't you think I got tired of seeing my face on thumbnails? Yeah.
Probably.
Don't you think I got tired of seeing my name in titles? Yeah. But people milked it. And you know what? That's their content.
Yeah.
Hell, I've even helped revitalize the channel.
Yeah. Well,
You're welcome, Jessica Pizzle. But it's her content. She can do
Yeah.
what she wants. I can't sit here and get mad and tell a content creator what to cover and what not to cover.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, listen. If he wants to take that, I don't want that to be the takeaway. I'm not trying to gatekeep. And
Oh,
I'm
I
not
know. I know.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I can't. In my mind, I can't. I just can't rationalize it, I guess is what I'm saying. And maybe this is just my, whatever. And I can't grasp why other people do it. Doesn't necessarily mean that what they're doing is wrong. I just don't understand it.
No, I agree.
So-
The last tipster stream I did was
Yeah.
months ago because I was like, you know what? Unless
Yeah.
he does something incredibly stupid, which the H3H3 almost made a live stream. But then I stopped and I was like, nah, I'm going to wait till he does something stupid, and then
Yeah.
I'll do another live stream on tipster. Because I'm the same way. I get to a point, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not saying that you are, believe me, I'm not saying you're gatekeeping because you're
Yeah.
not like that.
No.
But I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I mean, you shouldn't do X, Y, and Z just because I wouldn't do it, you know?
No, all I'll say is if a person continuously makes the same. To me, it's the same old content, right? If you're talking about the same person, you're inevitably going to have the same complaints, and it's just going to be, you know what? I'll just say this: I'm nine times, no, 10 times out of 10, I'm just not going to watch it.
Well, I
I'm
think
just,
Boblax is memeing and being funny. I think that's what he's doing with that content.
yeah,
You know, him and his crazy self.
yeah. Well,
That's what I think he's doing.
and here's the thing, guys. I like Bo Blacks. I think he's a cool dude. So I'm not shitting on Bo Blacks. I'm just trying to figure out why. You know, I mean, he. Anyway, so in other news, we had a parting of the ways this last week, or I guess actually this week. Yeah. So D-Max over the break, I guess came to the determination or whatever, that he needed to be more fixated or focus on making his type of content and doing his thing. So this was I don't know, this whenever there's change, people are always kind of concerned about, you know, what's going to happen. Listen, now recording going to be just fine.
Oh, absolutely.
They were making content and they were doing well before Max ever became, or D-Max ever became a part of their cast.
True.
And they'll continue to do well post. Is it going to be the same dynamic? No, because whenever you take something like a D-Max out of the equation, because he's a pretty wild and zany guy, it's definitely going to, you know, it's going to change or whatever. But that doesn't mean it's going to necessarily go back. It's just, it's going to be a little bit different, and that's okay. Now, and of course, D-Max, he put out a tweet about it as well. The one thing that my whole takeaway was is this gives me permission now to really hound him about making content again on a regular basis. I will say this: I have, well, everybody knows I'm a huge, you know, supporter of D-Max and have been for forever. So I'm looking forward to, and I've been trying to I've been encouraging, even when he was still with Now Recording everything. I said, Max, you got to figure out a way to do your content too, right? You need to be building your profile. You need to be building your brand. You need to be, you know, not just because one. And I don't know if it was. I think I was listening to. I was listening to the broadcast live stream you guys did the other evening where Matt called in.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt said something that I agree 100% about. Max puts everybody else's interests above his own. So if he becomes a part of a project like he did Now Recording, then he put 110% of himself into that podcast. And, you know, the editing, the everything, right, to take it to the next level. And then when he and I started talking about him, because we were having some changes and stuff coming in on Clear as Mud with Gigi having to her scheduling and stuff with on weekends, all of a sudden her not necessarily going to be able to be there on Sundays and stuff. I was like, okay, well, I need, you know, I need some cast, you know, I need to do something. Cause I was like, I didn't want to go back to just being a 2-person thing again, where it just be me and Seth, and Seth's life is got some changes coming. And so I was like, so then I was like, and I talked to Pizzle about it. And, you know, Max was, and I said, look, I was really concerned because Max had so much going on. I was like, you know, and he's like, no, you know, you guys, and I said, okay. because there was no editing. It was we were live or whatever. Then we started doing the recorded shows, and he felt like he had to do it. And so I said, no, you're not. You're not doing the editing the recordings. And so I've been editing the. He did a series there because of grade A under A. He wanted to do that one because that was like a passion project for him or something. But then I told him, I said, I want you to focus on you, right? But Matt's right. It doesn't matter what he gets involved in. He obsesses over it. He 120%.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping now with him not, um, and I'm like I say, uh, he's just showing up as, I guess he's just quote talent. I'm not going to let him produce in the clear as mud. I'm not going to let him do the recordings or anything like that. He's just going to show up and do his thing and go home. But I even said, Max, if you need to leave clear as mud because you want to totally, I said, I want you to do that. I said, I don't want you holding out because you have some sort of loyalty to me or whatever. I said, I don't want that. He said, nope. He said, it's a whole different, it says, because I won't let him do any of the work. And other than bringing a topic every now and then. So anyway, I'm excited for both instances. I'm excited to see what's going on with now recording, and what's going there. I know Matt said for now they weren't going to get anybody else.
I don't think they need to.
No, probably not. Probably not. I think they're fine. I just think they're going to have. I think this may be a good opportunity for people like Core, maybe to come a little bit more to the front and talk and interact a little bit more, and not just produce. Maybe.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit better. He's getting a little
Yeah,
bit better at
yeah.
it.
I know he's more comfortable kind of being behind the scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's a funny guy. He's kind of a smart ass. And
Oh, he is. Believe me, I talk to him just about every night.
yeah, right. So I think he could kind of let that smart ass, shine through a little bit. So
That's my buddy right there.
Yeah.
Cora is my buddy.
but I wish them both the best. And I'm looking forward to what D-Max is going to do. Like I said, that's like I told Max, I said, you can't, because I've always felt Max is he's very creative and he's very talented. He's a great editor. I think he has a really, creative mindset. I said, Max, I said, dude, you can't, it's kind of like that old adage. I said, Max, you can't soar like the eagle that you are if you're hanging around with a bunch of turkeys like me. Because I'm not creative and I'm somewhat entertaining some days. But I said, you go, and sail and do your thing, man. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I really want to see what he can do because I knew what he was doing back in 2016 and how talented he was back then. And I know he's grown and his skills as an editor and stuff. And so I can't help but think that, it's going to be really good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm selling
Yeah,
myself
he has a
short.
he has a lot of talent. I'm telling you, Bieber's called this on a
Yeah.
Turd Island episode.
Yeah.
Bieber called it. And he called it in a way that he was like he said 2024 is going to be the year of D-Max because he is very talented.
He is.
And he's going to pop off. And maybe him stepping away from now recording is the way that he's going to be able to pop off because he'll have more time.
Yeah. And the thing, here's the thing too, I want to say this. In no way do I want Max to leave because I love making content with Max.
Yeah.
But if Max needs to step away from Clear as Mud, then I want him. I'm serious. And I told him this, I'll say it publicly. I don't want him sticking around because he feels like he's obligated to do so. I want him to have the freedom to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it and how he
Yeah.
wants to do it. Period. And Maggot, I'm not selling myself short.
I'll be right back, people.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Go ahead. I'm a person of average abilities. And I have some personality. And that's it. And I'm not. That's not. I am not. No, I am not selling myself short. I'm very realistic. I understand you guys look at me in a different light, and you guys think that I'm this whatever. But I'm telling you, and do not ever look at me as like some because I'm not. I put on my britches legs, one leg at a time, just like you guys every morning.
What
So,
people look at you like? How?
um,
How do people look at you?
well, okay. I had a conversation with a person, and like I was helping this person, right?
Hmm.
Do some stuff, whatever. And he's like, they were just very. I was like, I said, why? And he goes, well, I just can't believe that a celebrity is helping me. And I'm like, whoa, 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 stop! I'm not a celebrity. I'm just an old man that knows a couple of things that I have no problems passing off to other people.
It's like when people call me a big YouTuber. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
what?
no,
What? I am not a big YouTuber.
yeah,
Unfortunately, you have I wouldn't say a lot. You have quite a few people in this community who think once you hit 1K, you're a big YouTuber. And it's like, no, a big YouTuber starts at maybe 50,000, definitely at 100.
Yeah.
Okay? What? I had somebody say, "Oh my god, a big YouTuber followed me." And I'm like, "Who?" I'm
Yeah.
literally saying who, and I had just followed them.
Yeah.
I'm not a big YouTuber.
No,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
I'm
I'm a
just a-
micro channel.
Yeah. And if Zali's a micro, then I'm a nano channel.
No, we're not. We're actually in the same. You and I are in the same field. I'm just at the higher end of it,
Mm,
but we're on the same field. We're both micro channels.
yeah. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. I'm just a dude. I like to say I'm just an old dude
Same.
that,
Well, I'm not a dude, but you know what I mean.
well, I would never assume to,
I'm just an asshole on the internet.
yeah.
You know. Sometimes I
Yeah.
have bad takes. Sometimes I like to think I mostly have good takes,
Yeah.
personally. You know.
So Maggot says, I keep saying people need to stop putting people in this space on a pedestal. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Yeah, don't ever put a creator on a pedestal because they'll fail you. They'll fail you every time, including myself.
I disagree with Bad Dog. Bad Dog says in commentary you're both considered big. No, we're not. How am I considered big when the
Yeah.
likes of Turkey Tom and well, Nicholas Diorio kind of on his first channel,
Yeah.
Mudahar, Bo Blacks,
Moist Critical,
how are we considered big?
Leon Lush.
Leon Lush. Oh God,
He just passed 2 million subs.
Did he really? Oh, good for him. I really like him.
Leon's a cool dude.
So no, Bad Dog. When it comes to size, we're micro channels. See, here's the problem. Hey, watchers of small commentary, you have to understand. You're watching small commentary. We're small.
Yeah.
We're all small. We're tiny.
We're tiny. Yeah. So
You're not even considered a player until you hit 10K.
yeah. Speaking of small players, there it is. Shockmouth Mitch did a stream the other night, 24-hour stream, where he had some really crazy perks at certain donation levels. Well, he hit the donation level to get is it a naked
Sonic tattoo with boobs.
Yeah, it's not naked. It's just it's just a Sonic tattoo with boobs, right?
Yep.
All right. So he's got Missy the sheep has designed the tattoo for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's put out a pixelated version of it.
You know, he has to get a lip ring too.
Yes, he's getting a lip ring. And honestly, might I say this? Mitch, Mitchy Mitch, Mickey Mitch, Shockmouth, my brother from down under, your donation goals are way too low. There's no way. It was like, what was it, like a $500 donation for the tattoo, something like that?
No,
right?
it was 500 donation for the 24-hour stream because it originally was only supposed to be 12. Why he put 24-hour stream at 500, I do not understand.
No. He should have.
He lost his damn mind.
The 24-hour stream should have been like at $1,000, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. The tattoo should have been upwards of $1,000 itself. The lip ring,
Lip ring was at 1,500.
Yeah, the lip ring probably is okay, right? Right in there with that price point. Yeah, but some of that stuff, man, you set the bar way too low. I'll just tell you right now, this cat here never will do a 24-hour stream. I can't. It is a struggle for me to get an hour or two in. That's it.
Yeah, same.
I just can't. I just don't have. There's not enough G fuel for me to snort, drink, or intravenously be fed that would keep me up and going for that length.
I think the
Coffee or
longest I
anything.
ever did was 13 hours.
Yeah, I couldn't. There's no way. I just don't know. But anyway,
It was so funny towards the end, the last 5 or 6
Oh,
hours, because
yeah,
I was hanging out with him. It
was
was so
watching.
funny. He kept asking the chat, "Can I go to sleep?" And he would put a poll up, and the chat kept saying, "No."
Yeah, well, that's what you get, dude. You can't look. But he did succeed, and he did do 24-hour stream, but other creators have tried and failed.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Yep.
so there you go. Good on you, Shockmouth. Good on you. I don't care anything about this is a clip that Purple, and I guess I ought to because Purple. But anyway, there's a dad here on a pogo stick. Doing pretty good up until I'm thinking he may have broken the
Floor.
weight limit. No, the weight limit because the
Yeah.
pegs broke off. This one here, this one was something else, y'all.
What?
No, 2
What are those?
bubble wraps.
Oh.
I called them bubble wraps.
Oh my
You
God.
You just
we found them. We said, "What's in here?" We opened them and we thought they're funny, and we called them bubble wraps. And we take them out and show
Well, they are technically bubble wrap.
they are bubble wraps. I'm just gonna say this. I first thought, okay, this had to be set up, right? I thought it had to be a setup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought, okay, no, this little girl's too precocious. But it always is perplexing to me how a mom or a dad or anybody for that matter has a phone just ready to record that quick. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we didn't have phones back then that could record, first of all, when my boys were little. But I don't know if I'd have had time to. My little heathens, you had to keep an eye on them. Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, well, somebody's going to be making a trip to the store because they just took out all the stopgap measures there, and unless they want some more children, they better go back to the store. So, anyway, whatever. What is this here? Yeah, this thing here is blowing my mind. Have you seen this stuff, Sally?
Okay, I was going to do a video on the Stanley Cup thing because this is getting
stupid. Okay, so here's a little TLDR. Starbucks decided to come out with a Stanley coffee mug. Now, Stanley coffee mugs are good.
Yeah.
No qualms about that. It's pink. It's a pink Stanley coffee mug. That's it. It's you go into the shelf on the Walmart and get a Stanley coffee mug. It's the same except for it's not pink. That's the only difference. That's the only difference, right? So watch what happens here.
They just tried to grab it. Look at them. They're trying to steal.
So this was at a Target, I think, because Targets have the Starbucks in them. So the guy, this is just one of the videos. So the guy actually jumps the counter at the Starbucks, grabs a Stanley. Okay, he grabs one, and then people tackle him. He gets into, I don't have that one, I don't think. But anyway, he gets into a confrontation with loss prevention. And they scuffle, whatever, and I don't know if the guy winds up with it or not. I don't know. But I can't. And I saw a tweet, and I don't know if this tweet was realistic. Do we know how much they're charging for one of these coffee mugs, Zali?
I want to say 150.
150 bucks? Was it 100?
I think. Hold on. How much?
Let me Google. Let me just Google.
Stanley cup from Starbucks.
There we go.
$49.95.
$50. Okay, not too unreasonably, right?
Yep.
Not too reasonably, but yeah. So it's just,
and people are reselling them on eBay.
Yeah, I think it's like for $1,000 or some nonsense. I think
the $1,000 one I think was the one from 2023. The pink ones are going for like, it even says here around 200, but I've seen 250, 300 on eBay.
Look here. I got this. My son gave this to me for Father's Day. Say, being your favorite child seems like gift enough, but here's a cup. It keeps my coffee hot, and ain't nobody fighting me for it.
Okay, it's not pink, and it doesn't come from Starbucks. Just saying.
Okay, y'all know what I think about Starbucks coffee to begin with, so I ain't even going to say no more about that.
I only like their frappuccinos.
Well, whatever.
And their lattes. Their lattes are pretty good, but their coffee, it tastes burnt to me.
Yeah. Did you see this? Have you seen this thing?
Yes, and the red pillars are going crazy over it, and I want to cuss them all out.
Okay, so all right. So I'm not going to show the video because I'm pretty sure if I do, because it's got fighting and whatever, and YouTube, they don't like that mess. So here's my question. Why are so you say why are the red pillars going crazy about this? What's their problem?
Because see, women need men to enforce their safety or enforce their laws because men jumped in and helped her when the guy did what he did. And I'm like, they would have done that for a male judge also. Red pillars are dumb. Did you see the argument about the woman wearing the t-shirt?
About making the cake or whatever the hell it was?
Yes, I'm doing a live stream on it today because it has all my favorite characters in it. Rollo Tomasi, Big Papa Fast's wife, Just Pearly Things, whatever podcast. It has everybody in it. I can't wait.
All right.
Everybody that I love to hate.
I'm a pretty traditional conservative man, I think, for most things. And what I'll tell you is this. If you go out there and look hard enough, you'll find where there have been other, what's the word I'm looking for? Criminals that are being sentenced by male judges that have charged a male judge, and the same damn thing happened.
Well, these are also the people who are trying to repeal women should not vote. These are the same people who go around preaching women shouldn't vote. And they should repeal I think it's the 19th or whatever.
I think it's the 26th Amendment, but
or something, whatever it is,
Um,
whatever amendment it is, they say it should be repealed because women shouldn't vote. Because if it wasn't for men, that women wouldn't have their rights anyway. So it should just be men that are voting.
and
Literally.
that's wrong, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll put it to you like this. I think everybody should have to be able to pass a rudimentary civics test. And if they can't pass like a fifth grade level rudimentary civics test, and if they can't pass that, then I don't think they should vote. How about that? Period. I think we have a lot of idiots out here that vote that don't know what the hell they're voting for.
Yeah, but I think that's the charm of things too. Because you know what? I think the idiot has just as much right to speak out about things as the intellectual person does too. I think everybody should have a voice, no matter how smart, I guess you could say, because you can't really say educational wise, because there's a lot of people who are very intelligent and don't have a college degree, so you can't really say that.
Here's my problem with that. You're Joe Blow, whatever. You're common person out here on this male, female. I don't care. Idiot, right? Voting, I don't care about. I don't. I mean, whatever. One vote, I don't care. My problem is you have these idiots that have a lot of sway, right? These influencers, these talking heads on the mainstream media. These are the ones I'm talking about. They couldn't pass a fifth grade civics test, and yet they have a lot of sway over people, and that's the ones I'm talking about. They just 100% are out here espousing shit that they don't know anything about, and they get people to vote ways, and in a lot of ways, I think it's to the detriment of this country.
Well, then get rid of the ability to vote if you give money to any political party. Then, so all those billionaires and millionaires, they shouldn't be able to vote either because they sway with their money.
I don't. Okay, so on a situation like that, I think the solution there is 100%. There needs to be a cap on the amount of donations that a political person can receive from an individual. There are what are these special interest groups and these super PACs and all that kind of stuff need to go out the door. They should not be allowed, period. I think that a candidate should only be able to receive donations from residents from the state and or district that they represent within that state, period. And you remove money from the equation, and all of a sudden the playing field will get real level real fast, period.
Yeah.
The other thing that needs to happen is we have got to implement term limits. We have way too many people up there.
Yes.
We have people up there that have been in office for
40 years. 40 years. Oh my God. These people it's amazing to me. They can't even, we are in a digital age and we literally have people up there that don't even know how to work Facebook. It's like, bro, how can you put laws forth when you don't even know how the world works?
Well, see,
right now?
and that's just it. They don't write the laws. They have their underlings that write it, and all they do is they're told where to sign and what to say, because they don't even know what they're trying to pass. They literally don't even know what they're trying to pass. It is it's anyway. That's that. So anyway, I've come to the end of my show. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Thank you for the new channel members, those of you that joined on your own, those of you that were recipients of YouTube giving out the things. Welcome to the Coffee Beans. There will be a members only Saturday. I'll see you then. One of the things that I am going to start trying to do, and this is something I dearly do enjoy doing, is I'm going to start gaming more, and I'm going to start streaming some of those games and stuff and having fun with them.
There you go.
I
Have
got
fun.
yeah, I've got a lot of games and stuff that I like to play. Um, listen, guys, some of you may not have liked what I said about some of the different creators and stuff today, and that's fine. And that's I have no ill will or whatever. If you guys like some of those guys and you want to continue, you watch them and I watch them. I encourage you to watch them. Put the thumbs up, give them the like, and leave the comments and all the YouTubey things that helps their videos and the algorithms. 100%. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from stopping watching anybody or whatever. I would encourage you to watch some channels, like I said, like I said, the Badwick stuff. I think what he's doing is that the little 10-minute videos that he's doing, the little news breakdown recaps. I think are good. I think they'll get better as he becomes more comfortable with it. I really like what Toxic did as far as like the community channel where he has all the different things coming together. I do have a project that I am kind of working on, something I'm going to try doing. I'm still in the very early stages of it and trying to get some stuff behind the scenes working. I'm not quite ready
Same.
to announce it yet. But I'm hoping we're here within the next week or two. I'll tell you this, it's going to be recorded stuff. It's not going to be a live. The more I'm learning how to edit, the less I'm hating it. I'll put it that way. I'm still not good at it. I'm not a D Max by no means. But I don't hate editing as much as I did. Now that I've kind of learned a little bit some of the tricks and tips and stuff, and thank you,
It's
D-Max,
kind of
for that.
weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird to edit?
It is.
I feel you. But I
It
will
is.
say this, like short 10-minute videos, I'm getting better at it. I don't exactly put them out because after the end of it, I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. I probably made like 2 more videos that I haven't put out yet. Not going to probably.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it gets easier.
it does. It 100% does.
Did you hear about my game show I'm doing with Badwit?
I did hear about that. Yes.
Hopefully we're starting mid-February,
Okay.
and I've already got Kat doing a thumbnail for it.
Cool.
Yep.
So
And it's going to be for cash money
cash money. So
that night.
All right.
paid
So
out.
what about so the broadcast? Are you guys going to, now you kind of had some time for the dust to settle and all that because you had some departures and stuff? Are you going to keep it just a 3-woman show, or you think about adding any more cooks to that stew over there? Or
I don't know. We started out with 3. Okay, no matter what Beaver said, okay, don't be tricked by Beavers. He was like, "You've lost 2/5 of your." No, we didn't. We started out with 3. We still have 3. Okay.
I don't listen to Beavers. I'll just
Okay.
be honest with
Just
you. I don't
saying.
listen to
We
Beavers.
started out with 3. We still have 3.
Yeah.
I don't think we're adding a 4th, but we may end up having guest spots on.
There you go. Like a little, every once in a while, just bring in a 4th chair.
Yeah, like we did the last live stream when we did, which, you know what, you want to know something funny about the live stream we did this week?
Yeah.
It was on Tuesday. I thought Tuesday was Wednesday, and that's why we went live that night.
Ah, okay.
We usually go live on Wednesdays. And then I realized after the live stream, oh my God, it's Tuesday. Why did we do this? But it's like how we had Matt on, you know?
Yeah.
And then end up Matt and Beavers ended up in discussion on that. I want to do more of that.
Oh, so you're going to copy the Clearest Mud Pot, have both men and women. Huh, I see.
No,
you're
not
becoming-
copying. No,
you're
no.
copying
There can
Clearest
only
Mud
be
now.
one Peepaw. We're definitely not copying y'all because you have 5,000 people on your podcast.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, but no, we're talking because we're doing things a little bit different behind the scenes now, and I think it's actually going to work out better. And the one thing that we came up with is, you know, with your selected topic that you want to do, if you want to bring somebody on to talk with us about it and they know a lot about it, bring them on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So. And I'm going to start reaching out to people to come on for like interviews or whatever you want to say and do, stuff like that. If I can get Peter Mon, I will be living my best life. I'm just saying.
You know what? I like him.
I love me Peter Mon.
I've watched several of his videos now,
Hmm.
and there's just something about his voice is soothing.
Yes.
It's just what. And there's another guy out there that I found. I think he kind of is more of like the law tube thing. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it.
You talking about Madcaster?
Madcaster, yes, that all the cats and stuff.
Yeah, that's
dude,
Madcaster.
I like him too.
Mhm.
Listen, check him out, guys, if you haven't. He just put out a video, couple of them, matter of fact, covering Illuminati.
Mhm.
There's some real interesting stuff with that young lady that's happening in her life right now.
Oh yeah. It kind of puts it in perspective what she was trying to do to
Oz,
what was
Oz
yeah.
Media.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. You can call it whatever. You can call it, if you want to go the biblical terms, you sow what you reap. You can go with metaphysical, which is whatever karma you put out there in the universe comes back at you. Whatever. There's a lot of different analogies you can put. All I'm saying is little Miss Blair's chickens are coming home to roost.
I do agree with you.
And
100%.
guess what? Cheers to you, dear. You deserve it.
That's what happens.
Exactly. But
That's what happens. Pumpkin stop.
Check out Madcaster. He's got a couple of videos out there that are really interesting, and I like him too. He's another one of those voices that is very soothing to listen to, and
yeah, I love
so-
me some Peter Mon. Peter Mon
Yeah.
is my boo boo.
yeah, I like Peter Mon. Yeah, I do. So
He's old school. He's actually one of the first drama tubers ever on YouTube. He was one of the first
Really?
one. He's like OG drama tube. He was one of the first ones when nobody else was doing it. It was him and two others. The one I forgot his name. The one that made up the whole Shane Dawson thing back in the day. About Shane Dawson having a lawsuit on him or whatever, or the law was looking for him. That dude, he was one of the original Peter Mon, and it was another lady. Those were the first three drama tubers that would actually talk about drama with influencers and stuff like that. Yeah, he's OG.
Yeah.
He gets in trouble sometimes. They used to try to get him in trouble because people were like, how come you don't speak bad about Keemstar? And he was like, look, I'm cool with Keemstar, we're friends, and it is what it is.
Yeah, but anyway, this is the Madcaster, and like I said, I've watched a few of his videos now. Like I say, Illuminati being sued, and there's some other ones probably back anyway. This one here, Lauren the Mortician. This Honey Child Boo Boo. Good gravy in the morning.
I got people wanting me to talk about that, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm interested in it enough.
There's so much back lore on that I don't know anything about, but I will tell you this. Tune in to Clear as Mud tonight.
Oh, so that's what y'all are talking about. I knew I'd get it out of you. I knew I'd get it out of you. You're welcome, folks. I did that. You're welcome, folks. That's what they're talking about tonight. I get it out of them.
I'm going to tell you something. This whole thing here is so far reaching. You guys, I'm telling you, the tentacles on this story right here, this here, is so far reaching. You guys can't even be. Who all different creators that are getting tied into this thing. It's something else, y'all.
I had somebody message me yesterday and ask me about some of the quote unquote tea creators in it, and one of them's not even a tea creator. And I'm like, well, this person's cool. If a lot of people don't like this person, but but remember, facts over feelings.
Yep.
Okay. This other person, yeah, he's a piece of shit. I can tell you now. And if you want lore on him, there's 5,000 videos of him back in the day.
Yeah. But
fucking John Cookian. Ugh.
anyway, this is something else, man.
Crazy.
I mean, we've got beauty and drama tied into this. We have lawsuit tied into this. We have listen. This is insane. It's just insane. It's just I'm like, when this topic was first brought, because I don't know, this is not really my world per se, right?
Yeah.
And when this was first, and that's one thing. This is the great thing about having some of the castmates that I have now, is they bring stuff that I would never in a million years look at or know about. And so I get to sit back and listen and laugh and be entertained. And that's what's great about it. And I get to be a part of it, which is even better. So.
And now you got D-Max all to yourself. How do you feel? Do you feel like you won?
No. No. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. When looking back at things, sometimes I wonder, should I not have like gathered up people like Bunny and D-Max and some of these other people and brought them into clear as mud?
Okay, look, I'm tired of everybody trying to steal Bunny. We ain't doing that in 2024.
Listen, I'm not trying to steal Bunny.
When you listened to that live stream the other night, did you not get the hint that Matt was trying to steal Bunny from me?
1,000%. 1,000%.
But not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. I told her, I said, listen, if they wanted you to go up there, girl, you better.
Mm-hmm. Career-wise, it'd be good for her. Career-wise,
yeah.
That's why when Max came and he was talking to me when they first came and offered him the thing with Clear as Mud, or with Now Recording, I said, dude, you need to go. I said,
everybody always trying to take Bunny from me. They're either trying to take Bunny from me or Eva from me. Y'all need to stop. Okay, they are locked in.
Listen, I would never try to take Bunny from you, ever. I would not. All I will say is that if Bunny ever wants to come and sit in on a Clear as Mud recording or a live stream, she's always welcome to.
I tell you what, I'll let your people get with my people, and then we'll have a conference about it. As her manager. As her manager. Okay, I see what is in the best interest of Bunny. Okay, just saying.
Just like the same thing. With any of the guys, Clear as Mud. I mean, if they have an opportunity, they should go and do it. I mean, at the end of the day, they got to do what's best for them. So.
Sardinism says, is Xylee still on her No New Friends 2024? My No New Friends 2024 started with Aiko. So anybody who popped in under that, they're good.
Yeah. I was sitting there doing some reflection, on end of the year, how you do and stuff. And I went on a stream and went back in December, and I gave all the figures, right? I had a spreadsheet, everything, of donations and merch sales. Eventually, when we got channel memberships, all that, and this was all the monies that came in, this was all the monies that were spent and stuff, and what have you, right? And I was sitting there and I was looking back at that, and I was like, I was proud. I thought that the channel had done, some really good stuff this last year. But then if you look at certain things like, getting Aiko a computer so she could continue to stream. So I'm thinking, boy, okay.
Well, at least she didn't come after you, people.
I don't care.
Because that would have been crazy.
And then and then the channel helped Huggy Bear get that microphone, and well, that worked.
You don't know what people are going to do.
You don't exactly, and that's what I came to the conclusion of, is like, this channel's still going to, and I always say it's not about a popularity contest. We're not going to help people on the pretense of, if I help them, it's going to, it'll be, no. It's if there's a creator out there that has a need, and we'll try to help them if possible. and in some cases, I will feel more comfortable with with expending a lot more money because they have a track record. That's why I didn't have a problem with spending the money that we did getting that PC for Badwick. Badwick has been continuously making content, and I knew if I got him a PC like that, he's going to continue to make content. It's if anything, would help him make better content, right?
Right.
So I felt like that was a good investment for the community as a whole, right? Um, and so that's why I did that, right?
Right.
So, and I'm sure this next year that this channel is going to help people that I'm going to look back and go, boy, that was a good one. That was a banger. But again, it's not about necessarily, I'm going to try to maybe be a little bit more dutiful.
More look into the person before you do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. Yeah. I think so. I think so.
I mean, I think that kind of makes sense.
Well, and here's the thing too, though, right? I don't necessarily like what Huggy stands for and what he's doing. Okay.
I don't even know what he's doing now, to be honest with you.
But here's the thing. That's he's got people that watch him. I assume. I don't know. I don't watch and consume his content anymore. But if he's got people that like and watch him, then fine. It's not going to waste, right? Just like with Aiko. I don't consume her content. Never really did to begin with. But she's got people that watch her, and so she's able to continue to make content for them. So it's not a complete and total like waste. But
well, it's not a waste. I mean, she's still doing her thing.
yeah, she's still doing her thing. So I mean, just because I don't necessarily agree with what the person's doing anymore, that doesn't necessarily mean that whatever. But anyway,
Yeah, you can't. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. But that being said, if there's somebody out there that is a creator that has got some time underneath their belt and they've been streaming and creating and what have you, not necessarily streaming, but they've been creating content, period. And you would like for me to give them a look over, and maybe you have a recommendation or a suggestion, maybe they need a little help with this, or maybe this or that or whatever, let me know. And you can shoot
I was
me a
determined
DM.
I was going to spend your last $400.
Okay. What
No, I was joking. Remember when I said that I was going to spend your last $400 to get me a mic and a little thing? Now Leah has bought a new mic
Yeah,
and
I
a little
saw that.
soundboard. She thinks she's hot shit now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She got one of those roadcasters, I think it is, or
She
something
got
like that.
something. I don't know what she got, but she thinks she's hot shit now.
I don't know. I got this setup that I got from Beacon that I use because what was his name recommended it? I can't remember his name, but it's a creator that does a lot of streaming and a lot of tech reviews and things like that. And this Beacon, it's from BEACN's name, the company. And it's great. It is on the fly. I can bring in audio sources, turn them on, off at the fly. I can, like, if someone starts getting stupid in Discord, I can mute them real quick. No, not Bacon, Median, Beacon, BEACN.
Don't listen to Median. They're trolling today.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I like a little troll every now and then. But it's like really easy. You can assign applications to it on the fly, and has potential what we call pots, potentiometers, that we can control the audio levels. I can make them louder, lower on the fly real quick. It's cool stuff. I think the entire thing, the mic and the mixer and everything, is like, gosh, it's been over a year since I bought this. Probably about $500-600, something like that.
Yeah. I'm
It's-
saving up for a mic and a mixer.
So anyway,
I got a question though.
yes,
I do have
ma'am.
a question.
Go right ahead.
What were you thinking about getting Jessica to live stream? Aren't you worried about her pizzling? First of all, she
No.
needs a second monitor. Aren't you
Yes.
worried about her pizzling out on the live stream
No, not at
and
all.
canceling herself?
Nope.
Ooh, you don't have foresight.
It's not about that. I don't believe in canceling. I don't think canceling is a thing. I don't. A person only gets canceled if they quit making content. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you can, inevitably, you're going to duff it, right? I'm going to duff it as long as you don't quit making content, right? You're not canceled. Now your viewership may wane, it may it may go down or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're still going to have those people that are going to be supportive of you, right? So as long as you just don't quit, you're not canceled. That's the whole thing. There is
Oh,
no
I know.
canceling.
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
Just saying.
exactly. So you know what I'm talking about, right? And let's just be real honest about this, right? When Jessica Pizzle puts up a video, do you think she really edits that? Nah.
Hell
It's,
no.
no, it's a live stream. She just records it instead and then uploads
Yeah.
it. Now, I admit we definitely have got to do something about getting her a second monitor and make it
Yeah.
easier on her. And
Yeah,
she
needs a second
does
monitor
she
bad.
does need a little bit of a little bit more just becoming comfortable and familiar with how to do things within OBS. But I thought
Oh, that
her-
comes with time. The more you
Yeah.
do it, though. Yeah.
I thought Pizzo did a great job on those two streams, considering she just because I was sitting there going through and helping her and showing her how because the very first stream she ever did, we had it set to private, right? Or unlisted rather. And she's live streaming and I'm showing her, okay, you know, you do this, do this, this, this. So she goes, if I put here and make it public, I said, yeah. She goes, okay, boom. And I said, well, you just went live. Yeah, I'm going to do live stream. Pizzle. That's not, was not the, but she did it. And so, and then she wanted to start taking calls and her Discord wasn't set up for that. And so she's like, can you fix that right quick? Yeah, sure. No problems. Let me get right on that. So, but I thought she did well. She's like I say, she's got to be, the biggest thing is we need to set her up a few more scenes to where she's capturing different things. Like if she wants to bring up
she'll
Discord,
get it.
bring up Discord easier. If she wants to show what's going on in the Discord and all that, So
I remember when I first started and I learned how to like stream a video, or whatever. My audio was doubled
oh yeah,
on the video because I didn't have it set up straight, and then I figured it out. And no, I get it. I 100% get it. It's there's definitely a progression with it. The more you do it, the more you figure things out, and
Well, I'm gonna just tell you right now. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk about some of my first streams. Holy crap. Jeez. It's I think they're probably still on my channel. I don't think I've ever took them down. But it's about Magic the Gathering and stuff. So unless you guys are and it'd be really, really dated about everything. So I would say probably wouldn't be of any interest to you guys at all. But anyway, I've got to end this stream because I have to actually get to work. So anyway, Zali, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. As always,
no problem. Thank you for having me.
Anything that you want to highlight or shout out before we get out of here today?
No, check out the broadcast on our Gypsy Rose live stream that we did. Check that out.
That was something else, boy. That whole story with that young girl is and talking about a polarizing person. I see people out there saying that she should not be out. I know you feel like she did her time and she's fine with being out. I don't have an opinion. How about that? So, because I don't know enough about the story other than I know that her mom was very abusive to her.
Yeah.
And so,
Munchausen by proxy. Yep.
And all I'll say is that when a person is mistreated, you never know how they're going to handle because unless you're walking in their shoes, you don't know. You just don't know. And So I do have some compassion and sympathy for the girl, right? But I'll say this: I think if the proper way of handling it, of course, again, I'm looking externally, wasn't in the situation. Hindsight, all that being said, I think the mom should probably be in prison and not the boyfriend. So there you go.
You know what? I look at it like this. At least my government money isn't paying for her to live. Just saying.
So what time is Clear as Mud tonight? Jardinosaur, it will be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on the Clear as Mud channel. So, yeah, so.
And now you know what they're talking about. So there you go.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about, I honestly, truthfully, I'm not for sure exactly what is going to be the focal point, because I'm when I tell you I'm in the back seat on this one, not only am I in the back seat, I'm like in the hanging out on the tailgate in the back of the truck looking down the road. Because I don't, this is so far out of my wheelhouse, but I'm leaving it up to my co-host to do, and I'm just going to be there enjoying the ride. So some of our best of the last several months, some of our best episodes actually have been because of the ideas and stuff that the other guys come up with, right? Like one of our biggest ones was the night Gigi came up and decided, oh, let's talk about Zolly and Van Luke.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait until she gets in a controversy either, because that will also be covered on my second channel. Oh, I have a whole list when it comes to the whole Van Luke, Abby, and all that. I have a whole list that when they get in a controversy, I'm going to be covering the hell out of it on my second channel. With a blue wig on and a Valley Girl voice.
There you go. So,
oh yeah. So I'm just waiting. So Gigi, watch out. When they go to cancel you, I'm going to be there.
Exactly.
And I'm even going to invite the person on who is trying to cancel you on, so they can, get up there and talk and stuff like that. Yes, I am petty, Skip. You know that. We're best friends.
Hey, petty is my favorite color.
And out of love, no hate. But, sometimes it's best to, know what your own medicine feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love petty. Like I said, petty is my favorite color. I love it.
Oh, it's 2024, honey. New year, old me. I'm coming back with the petty. Just saying.
So we call.
I have a list from 2023, and I'm checking it twice.
Petty.
Just saying.
So it's gonna be Petty Zolly, not Zolly Gets Real. We're gonna just
it's gonna be Petty Zolly.
Petty Zolly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Anyway.
Poor Gigi.
She's a big girl. She can handle it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I think the only two people on your podcast that's not going to get it is D-Max 103. D-Max, you and Seth. Jessica and Gigi, I'm coming. I'm watching. I'm lurking.
Well, if you need to come at me, come at me. I have no problem with that. So.
Yeah, but you were good with me, so I have nothing against you. You didn't even want to talk about that, but I and nothing against you, Miss. I want to milk it. Oh, I can't wait to get her. I can't wait to get her, because I'm gonna milk. I'm gonna show her what milking really looks like.
I try. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with milking either, right? I think some people should be milked. I don't have a problem with milking, right? But I think at some point in time, you have to understand it. And this is coming from an old country boy that has milked a cow or two in his day. You have to let the teats heal up, guys. They will get tender and sore, and you won't get no good milk. So what I'm saying is you can't go in there day after day after day milking that teat, because that teat gets sore, right? You got to put your little bag balm on there, let that teat heal up. And then you come back in a few days after that teat's healed up, and then you go back to milking again, right? You got to give it time. So, anyway.
Or you're going to get kicked with a back leg.
Say the least, to say the least. So, anyway. What do you mean this metaphor? Okay. Why do you think they call them law cows? Because they're milking them. Where do you think the milk comes from? The teat? It ain't law bulls. You ain't milking their pecker. You're milking them teats. Come on. Now, anyway, I do. I gotta get out of here. I actually got a meeting I gotta get to now. So,
All right,
let
well,
the-
get off this damn internet.
oh, you know, I'm gonna have to make a shirt out of that one. I'm gonna,
What?
That gives me an idea. I'm gonna get over to artist.
What?
Let the teat heal.
Oh dear God. Well, make sure to buy Jessica one, okay,
listen.
and make her wear it.
Listen, if I can sell merchandise that has the word congolitis on it, and people have bought the merch, by the way, and are wearing it proudly, I think I can probably make merch with let the teat heal, and people will buy it. Just saying. Period. Point blank. Period.
Period. Point blank. Period.
All right. Listen. Love you guys. Take care. Remember, I gotta get out of here. Remember, always, always keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.
Yeah.
I'm a little young, but you don't know